And we welcome you to Talawanda High School tonight. We apologize for the technical issues we've been having. We are glad to have you join us here at the beginning of the second quarter. Badin and Talawanda, the Rams currently leading this game 16-8 as we pick it up with 7.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Patrick Eschen and Luke Westpoli with you here. Thank you for joining us this evening. Again, we apologize for the technical issues. So far, it's been a great start by Talawanda, but mostly Badin's game from there. And this is the Rams controlling here in their offensive end, but a foul is whistled against John Beckett of Talawanda here to begin the early second. So Luke, walk us through the game so far. A good start by Talawanda, but then Badin kind of took over from there.
Absolutely. You know, Talawanda had some great pressure from the beginning of this game. That forced a couple of Badin turnovers. And, you know, that really led to some points, and they had an early lead. But since then, Badin's really bounced back very well, and they've taken the lead. Now Talawanda started to sub some other players in, try and get a few new combinations, but Badin's still been attacking since.
And we were talking earlier about the matchup on paper, how it just doesn't really look great. As Badin coming in 9-2 on the season, the Braves still haven't won a game yet. They're 0-12, and right now the Rams with a 10-point lead. 6:42 to go, and Badin keeps this one in bounds, but before they could get a breakaway with it, Tom Winkler had it go off his foot. Good student sections tonight. Badin traveling with their own, and Talawanda has theirs too. It's a yellow out tonight for a student at Madison High School named Maddie Cole in Butler County. She has sarcoma bone cancer, so every high school in Butler County tonight with a basketball game having a yellow out to honor her this evening. THS The Tribe organizing that at school the other day, and that's a three attempt that's no good from Alex DeLong. He's a 5'11 junior. John Berg kept that in for Badin, and now the three attempt missed from Donovan Watkins. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to give it to Badin. Of course, the big story tonight was the passing of Tim Reed, the former Talawanda basketball coach and current baseball coach. They had a moment of silence for him before the game, before the national anthems. There's a pass inside, and John Berg missed the attempt on the layup, but he will go to the line for 2 free throws. So Reed passed from a heart attack early Monday morning, if you haven't heard, and will be missed and loved by many in the Talawanda community. He was a baseball star at Belmont University in Nashville, and was a basketball and baseball star in high school at Taft in the Cincinnati area. So a moment of silence in his honor before the game. A pretty shocking news to the Talawanda community, and of course Badin as well in the city of Hamilton. And he was a long time coach and teacher at Hamilton High School as well. So the game right now, 6:12 to go in the second, and Badin with a 10-point lead. Free throws here coming for the Rams, and this will be John Berg who fires it in. And Badin out to an 11-point advantage. Craig James back to David Croucher. Talawanda coming off their last game, which was a 68-39 loss at Ross on Friday. Talawanda is supposed to play home against Coleraine on Saturday, but that game canceled because of the weather. Tom Winkler moves in there and is able to get the shot off for his first 2 points of the game. So 5:50 to go here in the second. It's a 9-point lead for Badin. Here's a turnover. James falls on the floor, and the possession arrow will be utilized here. It's in favor of Badin on the tie-up. And so the Rams are going to get this thing back after a good turnover, that time from Craig James.
Yeah, Craig James kind of on the floor, not much he could do with it. Good job by Badin not to foul him there, and can tell him the ball back, and they're going to get another chance out of here.
This one passed to the near side. Spencer Giesling had it for a moment. Top of the key, Hedgeman. Now it's Joseph Walsh. Spencer Giesling. Now to Hegeman. He will take this one inside the paint. Fired up for Walsh. And his pass, or shot rather, was denied by Winkler. Now it's James back the other way, and he will finish. Talawanda right now mounting a small comeback here. The score 19-12. And Badin this time with the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball whistle as Talawanda get it on the tie-up. Now it's Winkler with the possession arrow in Talawanda's favor. And Luke, you've got to think a lot of these players played for Coach Reed, and they're playing for him tonight as well.
Absolutely, in the last few minutes it hasn't been great for Talawanda, but they've really built some momentum, and I think it's just really been a good atmosphere in the last couple minutes for all the Talawanda fans.
Braves here have the ball. Winkler fires off a jumper, and a Badin player got his hand on that. Rams take this one back the other way. Long pass ahead for Zach Switzer, and that's good. Switzer pretty good with his 6'5" reach, the junior. Tried to dunk in this game earlier, and a steal here, clean from Croucher. Walsh comes in and gets that one to go. Joseph Walsh, 5'10" senior, came right in and stolen away from David Croucher. Walsh up to 6 points of the game, and it is a 23-12 lead for Badin. Here is the pass around to the far side for Beckett. Winkler gave it to Croucher. David Croucher, now it's John Beckett. Back to Winkler, and this one will be passed up in the middle. It is Hargis who lost it, and this one will go to Badin again as the ball fell out of bounds. 3:46 to go here in the second.
It's a great job there from Badin to dispel that little run that Talawanda had built up and really take the atmosphere out of this place.
Badin's student section is a lot smaller than Talawanda's, but they are still pretty loud. Eggman passed it in, it got picked up by Braden Wright. Now Matthew Bowling, the junior, fresh into the game. Gets it to the near side. Croucher, the three. That one missed too far right. And now back to Joseph Walsh. Carries this one up the right side in the paint. Fires it off and can't get it to go. They reach for the rebound, and James comes away with it. Greg James back for Wright. Near side burst, wide open three. That one missed, a little too hard. Wright works for the rebound and puts it up and in. And Braden Wright on the board in this one. It's a 9-point game for the Rams with 2:53 left here in the second. Hargis gets it to go. Three-pointer for him, averaging 6.1 points per game. Now he's up to 7 in the game. And Braden Wright here will act as the point guard and pass it off to James. James fires off a three. That one too far. And this one goes out of bounds. Actually, it was a foul whistle on Talawanda's offense. So with Badin having a single bonus right now, they're going to shoot free throws. Seth Hargis, the senior, he'll fire them off here. 56.3% free throw shooter. (27-14) is the score. The shot no good. Braden Wright collects it for Talawanda and will pass off here to David Croucher. Back for Bowling, now on to Winkler. James fires off a three. That's good! James leads the team at 10.2 points per game this season. Only shooting 33.9% for the field, but that one key at this time of the game to keep it a 10-point game. Josh Hegman passed it out. This is a cross-court feed to Hargis, and he fired it from the corner, no good. Rebound here for Wright, and back up to Croucher. Nice move there by Croucher, but he got blocked from behind. Nathan Hegman. And back the other way come the Rams. Kiesling passed it down low. It missed everybody, and the Brave are going to get it back. Talawanda student section still riled up. Greg James will hand it off to Croucher. So Talawanda is still in this game right now, only 10 points. 1:27 to go here in the second. Croucher will step back with it to the circle. And he passed that one, a little miscommunication there. Thought James was on the far side of the Badin bench, but instead he moved in toward the basket. So Badin takes it back the other way. This is Josh Hegman. And he got stripped there by James. In on a breakaway, and he missed the layup, no call. As Hegman came out with a nice defensive play. Right that time, had a little bit of full court pressure. Zach Switzer gets knocked down. Brave student section laughs at that. Croucher to the near side pass. Winkler still has it, and will get it to drop. Now an 8-point lead for Badin with 40 seconds to go in the second. Josh Hegman into the middle, and a foul here whistled for a shove on Talawanda, and Badin here is going to shoot more free throws. Talawanda cannot foul tonight if they want to be successful in this game.
Absolutely, you know, some of their better players have gotten into foul trouble. Earlier in this season, we've seen that, and that's really come back to bite them later in games when they had to bring in those younger, more inexperienced players, and those have really been when they've lost those games down the stretch.
Ryan Hedis, the 6'2" senior, is back in. And this second free throw attempt comes from Josh Hegman and misses. So Croucher back the other way for Talawanda. He'll go up the right side with it. Bowling passed it out to Winkler. James moves in with it and lost it. And this one will go back to Badin. Talawanda able to keep control, but Badin can't either as Seth Hargis tried to get the feed from Easton Scoden, but it was too far out of his reach.
We've seen that many times from Badin here tonight, just trying to make those home run passes over everybody. And they've missed now, that's at least their third that they missed here in this first half.
Greg James will get fouled as he tried to take it toward the middle. Talawanda fans right now are about as loud as I've heard them this season. As right now we get a whistle here for a timeout by Talawanda with 4.8 seconds to go in the second. We'll keep it right here. 28-19 your score in favor of Badin, and what have you seen so far?
You know, it's really been a back and forth game. You know, Talawanda had a great start, and then it seemed like it was all Badin from there. Talawanda had a couple short runs within that has kept this game manageable. And, you know, now they have this chance on a possession to really, if they can get a quick score, to really give themselves some confidence going into halftime. You know, down 28-19, it's a 9-point game right now. You know, making that 7 points or even 6 points would be huge going into the locker room with 4.8 seconds left, and you got to think Bobby Jones has got something up his sleeve for the last 5 seconds here.
You just look at Badin too, just a taller, faster, more athletic team. Talawanda, though, has the fight in them tonight, obviously, with the passing of Coach Reed fresh in their minds right now. It's probably something that they definitely are thinking about as this game goes on. This is Tom Winkler. He got stripped, but they're going to call a foul. So Brave here will get another inbound attempt. 2.4 seconds to go here in the second, and it's a 28-19 game. Winkler tries to inbound, 2 seconds to go. There's a shot, and it beats the buzzer, James! Craig James ends the half with fireworks, and it's only a 6-point game, Luke, as we reach the half.
Absolutely, a huge 3 there for Craig James. It's a 6-point game going into half. That's huge for the confidence of Talawanda. This is a 2-possession game now, and that's just huge for Talawanda. Huge 3 there by Craig James.
So we reach halftime. The score: Badin 28, Talawanda 22, and we'll take a short break and return with the second half in a moment on Brave TV.
Minutes, had 2 steals and 2 assists, and he won't even let him play. I'll tell you, it's all fucking politics. It is. It's terrible. That number 4's a senior, and he sucked. You see, he threw the ball away 2 different times. It's absolutely a joke. I just think that he's changed. I think he wants to go out. I think he wants to just play as many guys as he can. That's what I think. Diamond's the only one he fucks. I'm just telling you. He, out of all those players, he's better than most of those guys. Seriously, he's terrible. I don't know why. I mean, you saw him how he played. He helped win a bunch of games. I would play him a full 40. Yes. Puts him in for 57 seconds and 2 goddamn minutes in another. Then hasn't seen it. And the guys aren't doing shit, throwing the ball away, shitty defense. Terrible, man. You see this half. I told him, I said, why don't you go and say, what do I need to do to get more playing time? What do I need? I mean, that's not a bad thing to say. Yeah. I said, what do I need to do? Does my dad, or does my mom need to get money or something? Or, dude, hey, I'm joking. Grandpa does. Look, I'm not giving him shit. I mean, I do feel for him because he is, to me, personally looking at him, he doesn't make the mistakes that a lot of them make.
Welcome you back to Talawanda High School in Oxford this evening. Badin 28, Talawanda 22. And Luke, you have the first half stats.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've seen a streaky game so far. There have been both teams kind of going back and forth at each other. Badin outscoring Talawanda in the first quarter 16-8, but Talawanda outscoring Badin in the second 14-12. Badin had 20 points in the paint in that first half, compared to Talawanda's 10.
And so, right now, Badin the better team on paper. Talawanda, though, played with them in that half pretty well. Seth Hargis starts it for the Rams. Nathan Hageman passed it out. And now it is Josh Hageman. And up with it there is Joseph Walsh. But a foul is whistled. .5'10" senior fires it off and in. Walsh, a 53.8% free throw shooter. He's averaging 7.2 points per game this season. And that one will miss. So Croucher here is going to pick up the rebound and take it back the other way. Croucher way to top the key, fed it down low. Winkler with a nice move. And it's now just a 5-point lead for Badin. And the key here now is for Talawanda to keep it up here, Luke.
Absolutely. You know, this has been the, time and place where we've seen teams start to run away from Talawanda earlier this season. And if Talawanda is just able to stay with Badin down the stretch and give themselves a chance later in this game, it'll pay dividends.
Seth Hargis gave it back. Nathan Hageman. And a nice athletic move inside by Walsh, trying to get the basket. And Heenis will shove away Switzer. Now it's Croucher to the corner. Winkler thought about it. Moves inside, but a foul whistled as Hargis got his arm in there. And Winkler, it looks like we'll get an inbound here. He's walking to the line, looking to shoot a free throw. And Badin is going to call their first timeout of the game. So 6:46 to go here in the third. It's a 5-point lead for the Rams on Brave TV. Tom Winkler with the inbound here, back from the break. 6:43 rather to go here in the third. It's just a 5-point game between Talawanda and Badin. The Rams come in 9-2, Talawanda 0-12. They haven't won a game yet. And Winkler trying to get the pass from Croucher, but he tipped it out of bounds. Talawanda had 13 turnovers in that first half. Badin had 8. That's an area the Braves can clean up a little bit. Josh Hageman to the corner. Switzer lays it to the basket and puts it in. And for Switzer, who averages 8.9 points per game on the season, the second on the team. That's his 6th tonight. Croucher, the far side pass, finds Heenis. He's into the middle. And that one couldn't be held by Richter. This is Josh Hageman, and he will get the and one. So not good news for Talawanda as they start the last few minutes off not so well. Josh Hegman fires it in, and that's good on the free throw, so he is up to 6 points on the night. Point leader for Badin right now is Hargis. He has 9. Talawanda's point leader, Craig James, surprisingly with 11. This one is knocked away by Hargis and heads out of bounds. Talawanda tried to save it, but they're going to get it on the inbound anyway. Pretty intense atmosphere here tonight at the Talawanda gym. David Croucher almost got hold of it, and there's going to be a foul here, a whistle on Nathan Hegeman. That will be his second of the game. 5:34 to go here in the third quarter. Croucher came in over center, hands it off to James. He steps back away from it. James now. In the corner, he got it stripped from Walsh. Didn't have anybody to pass it to, and now Walsh is fouled in the middle by Croucher. And so David Croucher will be whistled for his first foul of the night. He still hasn't registered a point yet. Walsh, the 5'10" senior, in the middle of it. And he will try to pass this one back, but there's going to be a foul whistled on the play against Talawanda. That was Switzer. Matthew Bowling will come in. Croucher is back out. And we'll get another inbound here for the Ramps. Switzer. Nice move in the paint. Able to throw it in for an extra 2. Talawanda bench was screaming for a call. They didn't get one. Less than 5 minutes to go now in the third. Winkler top of the key, steps back away. Looking there for James, but he was covered. Enos tries to charge in the middle. Almost had it stripped, and what a block by Switzer. Completely unleashed. Now Hegeman, far side Walsh, trying to step into it. To the middle he goes and buries it for 2. And the Badin student section liking what they see. A 14-point lead for the Rams. They're the largest of the night. This one's stolen away as Hargis gave it off to Josh Hegman. Nathan Hegeman, top of the key. Here's a 3. Yeah, almost sealed the deal as Hargis unable to connect there. James. Free throw line. Try to shove off at Hegeman there, and James fires off another one. That's no good. Taken there by Switzer. He'll take it up the floor. Into the corner. Nathan Hegeman. The pass is up. Switzer launches a 3. It's good. Zach Switzer up to 11 points on the night. And their leading scorer, Justin Pappas, has not made an appearance in the game yet. And Badin forces Talawanda to call a timeout. And the officials now are going to whistle, I believe, what's a technical foul against Badin, maybe. Or they just gave a warning. I don't know. They were talking to a Badin player. Nonetheless, 3:26 to go in the third. 41-24, your new score in favor of Badin here on Brave TV. So 3:26 to go here in the third quarter. Talawanda is going to inbound the ball here. This is Craig James. Passed it back up to Richter. Jonathan Richter moved in, and he will travel. Badin student section all over that. Talawanda has no response. In the Badin-Talawanda games that have been here the past few years, it's always been a battle between the student sections who can chant the loudest. Josh Hegman passed it down low, and this one knocked out of bounds by Winkler, but Badin will keep it. And David Croucher rushes to the scores table, and he'll check in. Craig James will be his replacement, or Craig James will be replaced by Croucher. Passed inside, Switzer off the backboard and in. "13 points in the night for Switzer, 43-24. This is Bowling. Now to Croucher. He will step into the paint, fired it off and in. And Croucher on the board tonight with his first two. So here's Nathan Hegman, he hands off to Walsh. And back to Hegman again. Steps inside, fires it off, no good. Rebound to Bowling, he'll pass it back to Croucher. Croucher, and that one is also no good as Hargis picked up the rebound for Badin. Now Walsh in the paint will get fouled as Heenis was there and so is Bowling on the defense. And we'll see who it's against. It'll be against Bowling, that will be his first. And the first shot is good from Joseph Walsh. He has 9 points tonight, the 5'10" senior, averaging 7.2 points per game. Here comes Braden Wright. And this one will go out of bounds. And let's see, they're going to give it to Badin. Two minutes to go in the third quarter. It's been kind of a boring game so far, Luke.
Yeah, it's been a lot of, runs, and, in between those big plays, there hasn't been a whole bunch of action.
Easton Skoden in the game for Badin, had it for a second. Josh Hegman moved in, his shot denied. Croucher in over the center line, made a nice move, Verst in the corner, got pushed, and one referee called a travel, the other called a foul. Foul will stay, and Verst will head in for the inbound with a 1:34 to go in the third. Verst finds Croucher. Nice jumper is good. And Nathan Hegman back the other way for Badin. Josh Hegman to Alex DeLong. Gives it back, and a three attempt there missed by Spencer Giesling. Bowling tries to wrestle it away, and he will from the corner, but this pass went off at Josh Hegman and out of bounds, and Talawanda will take this thing back. So the inbound came there from Wright. Now it's Croucher. Near side pass finds Verst at the top of the key. The pass down low for Beckett. Now it's Wright trying to wrestle his way to the hoop. Bowling comes in to save it, and Badin back the other way. Here's a fast break. Giesling will lay it up and elegantly in. And Badin right now just running up to score. Now an 18-point lead for the Rams. Groucher on to Verst. Josh Verst passed it back. This is Bowling, who moved into the paint, fired it off the backboard, and it's a foul. Alex DeLong whistled for the foul. It will be Matthew Bowling. And he fires the free throw up and in. Bowling only a 16.7% free throw shooter this season. Averaging 0.8 points per game through 10 this season. He's only appeared in 10 of the Braves games. Has not appeared in 2 of them. Hegman will give it off to Giesling. 3 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Badin trying to get a final shot off. It's up in the air and caught by Wright. And that does it for the third. 46-30 is your score. Badin on top of Talawanda here as we head to the fourth quarter in a moment on Brave TV. So we begin the fourth quarter here with the score Badin 46, Talawanda 30. Luke Westpoli, Patrick Etchen with you here. Glad you're with us on Brave TV from wherever you may be watching tonight. This will be Hegman coming in, the pass to the near side, and this one will miss as Skoda try to get it. Badin tries the inbound. James had it stripped away. And a foul whistled here. Easton Skoden was whistled for it. Student section has stayed around for the most part for Talawanda and Badin. Groucher. Headman looks one up for Winkler, but there's going to be a foul whistle here on this play against the Rams. Badin's next game will be Friday at Fenwick. This is a 2-game road stretch for them. 7:30 the start time for that. They were 14-10 last season. They fell in the second round of the playoffs to their arch rival Ulster. 60-51 was the score. Talawanda attempts a jump shot there. This is a Winkler on the tie-up with John Berg. And the possession arrow in favor of the Rams. And these two teams have met 4 straight years in a row. Badin has won all those meetings. 4-0 in the past 4. Pass across, Watkins. Donovan Watkins in the game for Badin. Fired it up, and Berg with a putback in. Now it's David Croucher. Passed it off. Winkler. He made it move in, and it's going to be an offensive foul. And the Baden's in section taunting Winkler now. Looked like Nathan Hegeman was the one that went down. That will be actually the 4th foul against Tommy Winkler in this game. And he will just foul himself out. Came in there on Nathan Hegeman, who got the inbound and got revenge. And Tommy Winkler has just fouled out of this game with 6 points. Josh First will be his replacement. In an 18-point game with 7:05 left here in the 4th. Nathan Hegeman at the line, averaging 8.2 points per game on the season. A 71.4% free throw shooter. 4th in the GCL in assists per game with 3.8. He's 5th in the league also in steals per game at 2.1. So not a leader on the scoreboard, but certainly helps in the categories that do contribute to wins. This is a nice jumper by Craig James, the leading scorer for Talawanda as sophomore this season. This one fired up all the way down the court, and Badin with a little miscommunication as Skoden was trying to feed it down low, but nobody got to it. Croucher in over center. Dishes off to James. Now Croucher again. Back to James. And he will get a tie up, and the ball will go to Talawanda. Craig James on it, and this will be a foul. Now the referee's discussing something as James ready to shoot free throws. So Craig James at the line here, 63.4% free throw shooter on the season. And he is ready to fire one off. And will miss it. Rebound will go to another tie-up, and it was Enos that time with John Berg. Easton Skoden, the senior, rifles one forward. He found Wilkins there, and this is a shot attempt that goes off the backboard. The putback by Berg, no good. Rauscher picks it up. And that time a turnover, and they're going to give an and one as a sudden play there by Donovan Watkins. And Luke, this Badin team not only has swagger, but they're moving the ball pretty well tonight. Absolutely.
That was a great shot through contact. Was able to put that one in and get an and one. That's a big time play that really good players make. Croucher reached in, had a pretty good play on the ball. But he was able to make the shot, and that's a really, really nice play.
So Verse will pass it off here to Braden Wright. Verse takes it up the right side, fires this one back. Craig James, and he charged over a man, but gets it to go. No foul there as Alex DeLong collapsed along the floor. Nathan Hegman. Step back from it. Now a pass to the near side for Skoden. And then back to Hegman again. 5:24 to go here in the fourth quarter. And it is a 53-34 lead for Badin. DeLong passed it inside. Here's Berg. Near side play to the corner, and there's a three that's good from Skoden. Easton Skoden has 3 points tonight. Those are his first three. He's only scored 6 points on the year, appeared in 8 games this season. This is 9th. Braden Wright fires that one up. It gets stuck between the backboard and the rim. And Easton Skoden trying to jump to get it, and Nathan Hegman will do that job. The 5'11 senior uses his height. .22 lead. And here's Croucher. Missed it. Verst. Couldn't get it to go. Foul whistled here as John Berg is laying down on the floor. So Badin now with a single bonus. Talawanda has one as well. 56-34 is your score. Rams making a few substitutions. Josh Hegman and Nathan Hegman is out. And Berg able to sink that first free throw. And that shot is good. So here's Croucher moving inside the paint. This is Verst, who will pass it back out. Croucher on it. Now Braden Wright. And Berg will get fouled. And they're going to give this one back to Badin. So Luke right now at the free throws, Talawanda's got to stop fouling.
Absolutely. You know, they had, I believe, 9 fouls in the first half. 10 here in the second. Tommy Winkler's already fouled out. That was a bit out of frustration for him. But the Braves got to be careful to stay out of foul trouble.
And this one is no good, as Croucher here will carry it over center. 4:20 left here in the fourth quarter. Badin on their way to do their 10th win of the season. Richter trying to get his way past Berg, but the matchup just not good enough for him. And this one controlled now by Wright in a wrestling match with Berg. And they're going to call a foul here. I don't know on who, though. A lot of people making noise right now. They maybe just called it on John Berg. Well, that will be his first. And so it will be Braden Wright to fire that one off, and it's in. And Wright buries that one too. So 4 points in the game for Wright. And we get a stoppage here for another foul whistled on Matt Bowling. And that play will generate another point for Badin. Josh Hegman, the 5'10 junior. So it's 60-36. Rams now have a double bonus too. And Hegman now with that free throw is up to 8 points on the night. Spencer Giesling, the 6'3 junior, back in for the Rams. Again, it's all seniors and juniors on this Badin varsity roster. Badin has 7 seniors, 5 juniors listed. Talawanda, 5 seniors, 2 juniors, and 4 sophomores. And their leading scorer, Greg James, is a sophomore. So it is a pretty young team. Richter. It's no good. This will be Giesling who passed it back, and up the side with it now is Hegman. Donovan Watkins to the near side. That was Ben Graw, fresh to the game for the Rams. He's appeared in 4 games this season. John Berg, Josh Hegman. Nice hook shot there, but can't get it to go. And Bowling the pass up here for Krauscher. David Krauscher into the paint. Fired it off for the free throw line. That's good. And we get a very quick whistle after that for a timeout called by Talawanda, and it will be a full timeout. So Krauscher up to 6 points in the game, and there's 3:15 left in the fourth. 61-38 your score on Brave TV. .315 left, fourth quarter. 61-38 is the score. Badin Rams looking for their 10th win of the year. They'll likely get it tonight against Talawanda, with a lot of fans hitting the exits early this evening. Spencer Giesling in the corner with it is Watkins. And this one will go in. John Berg, the senior. He has 10 points in the game. There's a good shot from Richter. Raise up to 40 points now tonight. Looking ahead to their next game, which will be at Little Miami next Tuesday, a week from now. 7:30 start time for that. The Talawanda will not have any more games for a week. And that will start a 3-game road stretch for Talawanda. They'll go Friday at Harrison as well. Of course, Talawanda 2 wins behind Edgewood, last in the SWAC right now, and the first time in the SWAC era, which is since 2013, that Talawanda has started the season 0-12. 0-6 away from the Talawanda gym, and at home also 0-6. Krauscher back the other way with it. 2.5 minutes left here in the fourth. This is Braden Wright in the paint, trying to fire it off the backboard, and it's no good. that shot is good from Badin Wright. (65-42). It's a 23-point lead. Josh Heckman now played here to Ben Graw. And this one goes to Richter, who's up the right side with it. John Richter feeds it back. Bowling a wide open three. It's good. And Matt Bowling now up to 6 points in the game, well above his average. Badin's going to get the basket. Matthew Bowling went down hard. He got hit in the face. And Badin's student section all over that. They didn't call a foul. As Bowling looked like got a hand in the face incidentally. Tough loss the way the scoreboard looks, but against one of your fiercest rivals. It is also just to add some more fuel to the fire. Alex DeLong missed it. Winkler, or that was Croucher rather, went 3 rows up in the stands to save it. And Badin gets another one. Ben Graw will score his first points of the season. Now Talawanda is scrambling in their own end with it, and this will be Badin basketball as Richter made a diving attempt to save it in the corner. .125 left. DeLong cross-court pass for Giesling. This will be Heckman. And now Donovan Watkins. Inside with it, fired it up and in, nice move. Watkins the up and under. And Croucher is now in over the line with it. Badin Wright. All the way out with it, Croucher fires it off and in for the 3. With less than a minute to go now. Croucher having a great night, up to 11 points. He averages 3.8 a game. Badin now with 40 seconds left and a 21-point lead. And this one will be a travel. Well, a pretty packed house tonight. A lot of emotion in the crowd, obviously with the passing of Tim Reed and the rivalry between Talawanda and Badin. But it looks like the Rams are going to come on top. They're going to win 5 straight against Talawanda. Richter in the paint. Couldn't get it to go. He got blocked. Less than 20 seconds to go, and he fired that shot. A little jumper that was too short. Spencer Giesling. Now a 3-tip from DeLong. That one missed. This is Bowling. And he will just wait it out. The Badin Rams coming to Talawanda and steal the victory, 71-50, your final score. And Luke, your final thoughts here after this one.
This is similar to what we saw in the Goshen game for Talawanda. You know, it was a close game at halftime, but just, you know, not enough depth to continue playing with these teams in the later portions of these games. And as a result, Badin's going to come out on top tonight.
So the Rams win 5 straight against Talawanda, and the Braves fall to 0-13 on the season. The next game Tuesday at Little Miami, a 7:30 start. For Luke Westpoli, our entire Brave TV crew, my name is Patrick Eschentzig. So long, and thank you for watching tonight from Talawanda High School in Oxford.